Americans love Irish people, and we love...
Even the way you said that, it sounded very Irish.
Did it now?
It did, yes, it did.
Yes.
Not bad at the old Irish road.
Not bad with the Irish
Stephen.
accent, am I? Could you teach me to do a real Irish accent?
I could try. I could certainly try.
I could try.
It could be a challenge.
It could be a challenge.
Well, we'll give it a go. It's your show, so you can do whatever you want.
All right. Give me a shot. Give me, what's a word I could say?
Okay, well, don't
try. Stop.
Yeah, just stop trying for a second.
What you're doing right now, Stephen?
Whatever
stop.
that is, it's wrong.
Okay.
So we're going to do the right thing. First thing you need to remember is when a lot of people try and do an Irish accent, they always sort of go up here like that, and they don't really... They kind of, yeah.
At our Lord's Last Supper, our Lord says...
They don't use words.
No, they don't.
There's no words, no coherent words.
Or they go really deep with like... That's
the Irish.
Okay.
That's the, like, angry Irish
Right,
Catholic.
there's I'm Irish, and I'm Irish. Nothing in between.
It depends on who you want to be.
All right, give me my hook. What can I say?
I think you should be bubbly. I think you've got a show.
Really?
You've got an audience. They've all come to see you. They've paid good money.
The show is free. The show is free,
There's a telescope up there.
All right.
There's a lot going on, so I feel like you should be bubbly. So what you need to do is keep your voice where it is right now.
Right here, right where it is right now.
Yeah, don't do the...
Don't
just
all
don't
right.
do it for a
I
second.
thought we were already starting. I apologize.
Yeah,
you're tougher than De Niro. Okay.
I'm going to listen to this for a second.
Okay.
And I suppose you need to keep the sounds quite open. So everything sort of sounds quite melodic and sing-songy, you know? So start off by saying, how's it going? I'm Stephen.
How's it going? I'm Stephen.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
It wasn't bad. It's not great, but it's not.
How did I do with your name? How did I do with your name? Saoirse.
Saoirse, it's perfect. Saoirse like inertia.
Yeah, Saoirse like inertia. That's nice. How often do people get it right on the first try?
Hardly ever.
What's the worst pronunciation of your name you've ever heard?
Let's
get it out here first. This is so people can see it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how your name is spelled.
Doesn't make any sense.
Okay. What's the worst pronunciation of that you've ever seen?
I've had a lot of Saoirses, Suarez, Saoirse.
You do look a little bit like a Suarez.
I do. Quite exotic.
Senorita Suarez.
Pretty exotic.
You've got a very, very thick Mexican accent.
Yeah. And I've got the skin tone to go with it.
Can you help me out with something, though? Because there's so many Irish names that are almost impossible for people who aren't from Ireland to pronounce. Help me out. These are real Irish names. Tell me how I'm supposed to say
That one's Saoirse.
That's Saoirse.
Does anyone know how to pronounce that in the audience?
How?
Tig.
Tig?
Yeah. Neve.
What?
Neve.
Neve?
Yeah. But it's Neve.
Neve?
Maybe this is the best way to get your accent
Neve?
kind of up and running.
How about this one?
Oshin.
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 Yeah. How do you think that's pronounced?
This one I know. Siobhan.
Yeah, Siobhan.
Siobhan. Ridiculous.
Yeah. A lot of people say Saoirse.
Ridiculous. Now, this is the one that absolutely breaks my brain.
There's actually a big difference if you're either from the north, south, east or west of Ireland. Let's break it down and set this record straight. Are you listening, Roberts? Dublin is the capital, and the accent here was heavily influenced by the British occupation of Ireland for more than 800 years. What's odd is that for such a relatively small city, we have two very distinct accents, generally assigned to north and south side. On the north side, you'll hear people talking like this. Here the D replaces TH, so you get a lot of this, that, these and those. And if there's a T at the end of a word, bleeding forget it. Venture south and they'll speak absolutely like this. The South Dublin resident is all about the O's and O's. Elongate those vowels like, like totally the opposite of the narrow sounds of the North Sider. Moving into the south, we come to the People's Republic of Cork, boy. For some weird reason, everyone here speaks a few octaves higher than the rest of the country, boy. It's a little bit forlorn and a little bit melodic, and every now and again, boy is thrown in for the crack. Fair play to you, boy. Now move down a bit and you're into West Cork, where it all gets a bit thicker and a bit faster, sure. Then there's Kerry, and that is probably the jewel in the Irish accent crown. Not sure even Irish people understand this, unless they're from the kingdom itself. Sure, it's fast and it's furious. SH features even when it's not there, you know, like. Sure, doesn't it sound better for it, like, you know. Limerick is more nasal and sharper on the ear, so you can tell you've left the kingdom far behind. You might get called a goal if you're acting to meg it or if you're langers. Now we're going way up north. I tell you, it's very different, especially in Belfast. Sure, the Scottish plantation of Ulster was so successful that it changed the way they speak forever. Now is pronounced now. I means yes, and a wee cracker is a beautiful girl, so it is.
The sense of that bending movement of the oi sound as you work with the sounds. And the better you get at it, the more you can tighten it up a little bit. The next sound that we're going to be playing with is an Irish R. In an American English accent, you would say park, garden, where the R sound has special emphasis in the back of the mouth and the throat. But in an Irish accent, it's as if we smile, making the vowel very broad as it comes forward to the front of the mouth. So instead of park, garden, we would get perk, garden. Go ahead and try this with me. Perk, garden. One more time. Perk, garden. Practice words are perk, garden, hard, work, start, earth. One more time. Perk, garden, hard, work, earth, start. Practice sentences. You're such a hard worker. Together. You're such a hard worker. What on earth are you doing? Together. What on earth are you doing? When do you start school? When do you start school? So feel that broadness of the R as it moves from the back, coming around to the front of the mouth. Our next practice sound is the vowel shift from ow to ew. And I find that this is personally the most difficult. As a standard American English speaker, sometimes there's an emphasis on this sound in particular. For example, flower, sour, hour. There's a great deal of space in the mouth. But remember, with an Irish accent, it's very small and it's very relaxed and melodic. So the word flower, if we were to make that smaller, becomes flower, ewer, sour. So let's try this together. Our practice words are flower, ewer, sour, how, found, out. One more time. Flower, ewer, sour, found, out, how. So our practice sentences are, I found out lemons are sour. Let's try it together. I found out lemons are sour. We don't have to go to work for another hour. Let's try it together. We don't have to go to work for another hour. Flowers grow in the garden. Flowers grow in the garden. Let's try that one together. Flowers grow in the garden. So take your time with this one. Remember, it's all about keeping it small, keeping it very relaxed and melodic. Moving right along to our next vowel shift as we go from home to home. This is known as the Irish O. And again, with standard American English, there's lots of space that tends to be emphasized in very dramatic fashion. Home, blown, stone. But everything in the Irish accent is very forward, front of the mouth, and very small. So it becomes home, blown, stone. Now let's try this together. Home, blown, stone, known, coat, road. Practice sentence is, I know I met him in the road a short time ago. Let's try this together. I know I met him in the road a short time ago. One more time. I know I met him in the road a short time ago. Well done. Feel that smallness of space moving front into the forward of the mouth. And now for our final exercise in today's video. We're going to take the sounds that we've been working so hard at and we're going to give them a nice conversational approach by focusing on that lovely, dreamy, up and down lilt that the Irish accent is known for having. I'm going to do each of the practice sentences only once, so I encourage you to listen, pause, practice, and then when you're ready to resume, go ahead and press play. Here we go. Don't take it so personal. Would you care to go out? Oh, I'd love to. Sure, and that'll be the end of it. It wasn't a date the way you're thinking, and I'm done telling you. End of discussion. Like I says to yous, that's really very true, but surely after you'll be knowing the truth of it, somewhere along the road anyway.